Hi, everyone. Good to have you here. Welcome to the track J. We will start doing the problem pitching right now. People are still joining. The first link that I shared was bad. I don't know what happened, but I've been having a lot of problems with my Zoom today. But the one that I shared, the last one, if you're here, obviously you have the right one. So we will wait a few more minutes. We can start at 9:20, so to give a couple of minutes for people to join, and we will start. Okay. I'm gonna ask everyone to be muted so we can avoid hearing weird noises.
Efectivamente, había que esperar a que dieran las 9:15. Bueno,
¿Y dónde estás? ¿En qué estás? ¿En
Bueno,
track J?
sí, estamos en el track J, estamos todos unidos. Soy Felipe, que va a estar liderando el track J. También está unido Shan, que lo voy a pedir también que se presente. Está desde Corea conectado con muchas horas de diferencia, así que muchas gracias por estar acá.
me dirán, ¿no se sube el volumen?
I switched to Spanish. It should
Por
be
favor.
English all the time, so I'm sorry. But I'm gonna ask you, everyone to be muted, please, so we can avoid hearing noises from people. We will start at 9:20 to give a little more time for people to join. Bueno, vamos a partir. Sorry, we're gonna start this presentation. We have in this track 153 people with mentors and participants. Right now we have 82 in this chat, so we are missing a lot of people. I guess people will be joining. We're in Latin America. Here in the US, everyone says that we use a Latin time that usually is delayed for compared to everybody else. I'm going to introduce myself. I'm Felipe Jorquera. I recently graduated from the MBA at MIT. Um, this is like my last activity with MIT. I'm gonna stay working here in the US for a couple of years. So this is the activity I feel is my disconnection with MIT. So happy to have this hackathon as the ending of my MBA period. Glad to be hosting this track for you. I'm gonna be supporting this track with Sean that is connected right now, and also Julia. She's in Germany right now, so she's in the middle of the night. That's why she's not here, but you're gonna get to know her in the next activities. So the idea for this presentation is to do a problem pitching. I'm gonna start presenting you right now. Sorry. Okay. Are you seeing my screen? Can you do like this if you... Okay, great, thank you. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so this session will last for 1 hour, and the idea is that we have some rules to be participating in this session. We have 3 main rules. Like the first one is that in order to participate and pitch, you need to raise your hand. And to raise your hand in Zoom means that you need to go to this, there is a section on Zoom that you can go to. If you click on participants, you have a raise your hand feature that you can find. So the idea is that if you want to pitch, you can raise your hand and I will be calling you so you can pitch. So you will raise your hand through Zoom. I'm gonna unmute you and I will tell you, okay, Javier Briones, you can pitch now. You will do your pitch that will last for 45 seconds. And after that, the idea is that there are no questions. You need to save your questions for tomorrow or for after this session, and you can do those questions on Slack. Sean we will be sharing a file where he's gonna add a summary of every pitch that you will do. So you will have access to this file after the presentation, so you can look for the ones that you are more interested in. And the idea is that you can join to that person to work as a team. So that is going to be the dynamic. Again, to summary this slide, the idea is that you can raise your hand using the Zoom feature that is in participants. There is a feature, raise your hand. You will raise your hand. I will, okay, Aristeo Dominguez right now is raising his hand. That's perfect. So you will have to wait for me, that I'm the host, for you to unmute you. And then you will have to pitch for 45 seconds. After that, it's over, and we will have the next people that is in line with their hands raised. I will unmute another person and we will have another pitch. Okay, so that's the idea of this dynamic. Here, it's important that after this presentation, we will publish a document where you will find all the pitches that we had in this session, and you will be able to look for them. Try to take notes, like, okay, I like the team number 1. You will see that on the table that Sean is gonna be presenting. So I like team number 1. I will look for him in the table when they share it. We will share a table, and you will be able to have that information in order to say, okay, I'm gonna join to track J, team 1. And then you on Slack, you need to be on Slack. You will look for that channel that is in the left. I can show you that later, but it's in the left. You click that channel and you can start a conversation in order to start working together, okay? So the ideal, as Alfonso mentioned in the kickoff, the minimum number of team members is 2, the maximum number is 7. Try to aim for a team of 5 to 7 people. I think that's the best, and try to look for multiple backgrounds in order that you can have a richer team to work with. And as I said before, at 10:15, we should end this pitch. And at 10:15, we're gonna share this table with all the pitches. The idea is that you can join to a team on Slack in order to start working with them and say, okay, this is what we want to do. You can explain more what you think. If you have a question, you can ask it there. And the idea is that once you agreed on what you want to work, you can submit a registration of the team by tomorrow at 10 a.m. We're also going to share that form on Slack. So don't worry about it right now. We're going to share it after this session. And that's it. So if you have any questions right now, I can unmute you. Please tell me. I see some hands up, so I'm gonna mute Aristeo. You have your hands up. You're unmuted right now, so you can tell me. You can ask your question.
No, sorry, it wasn't a question. I do have an idea, but I think I just jumped ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, don't worry, don't worry.
Do I pitch now or
Oh, no.
we?
Just, I want to know if first someone has a question about the process.
I think someone wants to know about if we can pitch in Spanish.
That was something that we asked, but it's not possible. The idea is that you can pitch in English because we have people here that is coming from everywhere. So the idea is that you can ideally pitch in English. If you can do that, would be awesome. I mean, if you can manage English, maybe you can do it in Spanish, but ideally is to do it in English because all the final presentations will be in English. So yeah, I'm confirming right now that all the problem pitches should be in English.
Excuse me, I've got a question.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
How could I find, well, there is where do I find my team, but how could I find a team? That's my question, because we can see it on the board, you said, but on stage, how could I communicate with that person?
Yeah, that's a great question. The idea is that after the pitch, we will be sharing a table. Sean, I'm gonna let Sean do that right now. But the idea is that you will look on Slack. You can look for the team that you are interested in and start a conversation there to start forming a team. So that's the process that we will be following. Sean, do you want to share the table? Because I think that can be like a way to explain what I'm saying.
Sure, absolutely.
Great. So right now, Sean is sharing the table that we'll be seeing, that we will be sharing after. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna have a pitch. You need to say your name. So Sean will add your name in the participant column. After that, we will hear the pitch for 45 seconds, and Sean will write the summary of that pitch in English. So if you're interested in that first pitch, what you should do is to put write down the name of the person and also the track. So you will have in this case track J001. So that person is gonna start working on Slack on that channel. If you go to Slack, you will have some channels in your left. You will see all the channels on Slack of the different teams. Right now we have 100 channels created that are, the name are team/J/001. So the first person that we will be pitching will start the conversation on that channel. So that's the idea. I don't know if you understood with the explanation. Okay, so if we pitch, can we later register for a team with a different pitch? Yes, of course. Yeah, you have that possibility. Absolutely. So if you want, we can start right now because we already are 15 minutes behind. So I propose that we can just start now. We have 100 participants. So again, if you want to pitch, please raise your hand to do that, you need to click on participants and then raise your hand there. I'm gonna be watching everyone that has their hand raised. I will unmute you so you can pitch for 45 seconds, and you will see on the screen the table where Sean will be adding your name and a summary of your pitch. So that's the process. I think that if we start, you will understand it while we're doing it. So I will start with Sadak.
Hi, did you just call me?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, everyone. It's a pleasure to be part of this competition. Looking forward to it. So for our track, I'm thinking of implementing a fiscal and monetary policy between the government and small and medium-sized businesses that is to be both digitally and physically regulated. Looking forward to see if anybody has similar ideas. Thank you.
Okay, cool, thank you. I'm gonna start the timer so I can monitor this times. 1 second. Okay, thank you, Sad. We'll go with, I will lower your hand right now. Let's go with Ricardo Calderon. Ricardo, you are unmuted right now. You can talk. Ricardo? Okay. I'm gonna mute Ricardo again. We will wait for him. Cohen Smith.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I was talking, but I didn't know you were hearing me.
Okay. Okay, we are hearing you right now, Ricardo. You can. Okay. You can go.
No, don't worry. I'm sorry.
45.
Okay, perfect. Basically, what we are proposing is a platform for incubate organizations. Okay, for formalizing informal entrepreneurship. We know that money from public and private organizations usually don't go to these businesses because of the risk. We are taking away the risk because we are going to technical assist these organizations in order they grow in an orderly way. That's it.
Ricardo, that's great.
Thank you.
Really good idea. Thank you. Let's go with, I'm going to mute you right now. Okay, I will lower your hand, Ricardo. Okay, so let's go with Cohen Smith. Cohen, you are up.
Thank you. Well, the main problem we are facing is that many businesses in Latin America operate in an informal sector, and this means that we have very limited access to data. What my team proposes to use novel data sources, such as how often someone checks their banking app, to assess whether someone has an informal business, how much relief funding they are allocated, and whether they are able to repay loans and use emergency funds as intended. Our main challenges are how to successfully integrate novel data sources, design an effective predictive algorithm, and ensure private data ownership. We'd love to have people join us.
Okay, thank you so much, Cohen. Nice to meet you on the video. We were talking before. Okay, thank you. 39 seconds, that's great. I'm gonna mute you right now. I will lower your hand. Okay, so Aristeo Dominguez. I don't know if you have your hand raised to pitch because you had it raised before. Aristeo?
Yes.
Okay.
Since we mean for accountability on the over $4 billion that have already been given to businesses, I say that we can create an expense tracking platform where we can provide assistance for businesses in order to use better those resources that they have already received. And also while we are doing that tracking and that financial planning, we can collect all the data in which ways they are using those funds. And also this platform will be supported by a network of financial professionals, volunteers.
Okay, thank you, Aristeo. Thank you so much, 45 seconds. That's perfect. You're good on time, guys. I like it. Okay, so you're muted already. I'm gonna lower your hand. Okay, So I invite everyone that wants to pitch to raise their hand. Right now we have 4 people in line, so just raise your hand. Don't worry about it. Just raise your hand and it will be your turn. This is display everything in order. So if you display your hand before, you will be first, and someone that raise their hand later. Good, I'm seeing more hands now. Okay, let's go with Arpul. Sistemas, sorry, this is not the right name. So if you can say your name.
It's Maria Grados.
Okay, Maria.
Yeah. Well, I suggest that the problem behind the micro companies is the lack of knowledge of how to adapt to new normal, because they can receive money, but they don't. The context has changed, and they don't know what to do with the money. So I suggest a platform to help assess what are their capabilities and how to adapt to new normal.
Okay. Thank you, Marias, right? Can you switch your name? I'm gonna ask everyone to switch their name. If you click over your...
Yes, I'm going to change it, yes.
You can change...
that's not context have changed, and context.
Okay, so but I mean, I will ask to please, you can over your picture, you can click on the 3 dots.
Yes, yes, I will do it.
In there. Okay, great, thank you. Thank you, Sean, you're doing an awesome work writing everything down. You can see that the pictures are in English, but then we will share this table where you can find all the pitches, all the summaries translated to Spanish and Portuguese. So you can check on that after. If you didn't get the pitch perfectly, you will find it on this table that we'll share after in the 3 languages. So, okay, so I'm gonna lower your hand. I'm gonna mute you. Okay, Carlos Enrique.
Hello, I'm sorry, my name is Carlos Enrique. And my idea is to use geopoints to compare the places where the money is going, so we can know that the money or the funds that the government is giving is going to the places that need it the most and not going to someone else's pocket.
Okay, great. Thank you. I have to...
I think I speak too fast.
No, don't worry. That's fine. Thank you. I think that Sean already have your summary over there. Okay, I'm going to mute you, Carlos. Okay, let's go with Birch Shembri.
Hi, yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, society over the years has switched from relying on opinions and thoughts to hard facts and evidence. Therefore, we believe the best way to identify who is using funds for their intended purposes and who is not is to be done through the submission and thorough analysis of evidence and data submitted by these businesses and individuals. We also believe that with smartphone technology and software quickly making its way through Latin America, that a digital approach would be best suited. The main problem here is to ensure that we are avoiding any forgery being done when submitting of these documents. Thank you.
Okay, that's great. Thank you so much. Hey, Birch, I'm gonna lower your hand. Thank you. Edward Devier.
Yes.
Edward.
Can you hear me?
We're hearing you, yeah.
Yeah, so in my view, one of the biggest problems is how unprepared SMEs are to operate in an online, digital-only environment. So it's not only enough to verify that the funds are being invested into the business, we should go one step further and incentivize and verify that the funds are being invested into the digital transformation of the business. So an ideal solution will then give funds specifically intended towards the digital transformations of SMEs. This will allow them not only to survive during the pandemic, but also become that much more sustainable in the long term.
Perfect. Thank you, Edward. Okay, so Jorge Arango Coitia.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking in a platform to allow crowdfunding between people that want to invest in business and business who require money, but maybe cannot go go to a bank or another financial institution.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I will suggest that if you have time on the 45 seconds, you can check on what Sean is writing on the table, the summary that he's writing. So if you want to, if you don't feel that is well cut what you're saying, you can try to edit it right now, like to tell Sean to add a certain point. I will keep you on the 45 seconds. I will still keep you on the 45 seconds, but I will give you that possibility so you can read what Sean is reading to see if he's capturing well what you're saying. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Jorge. Next is Raúl Isaid Erondale.
Hi, sorry, I don't know why that name is still like that. I changed it. Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
So my idea is basically, with the help of someone in economy and politics, we can develop a program or a code that will help people to diversify the money for the less fortunate. So for example, if some government chooses to give people to the poorer places in their nation, we can make a program that will be the best fit for the distribution. That will be the optimum distribution for that money, or it could be any sort of goodie. I don't know if that makes sense, but the main idea is to make a code that will help anyone who wants to distribute any certain of goods to a people that will give the best optimum solution for that distribution. It is just nonlinear equations, and if someone from the sector of economy and statistics could join the team, that would be great.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Raúl.
Yeah.
Meet you, lower your hand. Okay, Yvette Paz. We're hearing you, Yvette.
Well, thanks. But well, I think the problem is that credits are being evaluated, but we don't know if they are being used correctly. And well, in Peru, the 71% of the people is informal. So I see it a bit, well, not a bit, it's a big difficulty to having that. Well, maybe it could be promoted the participant of certain trained people who are currently employed to monitor the website. That I have listened most members are saying. Also, we could lower in taxes for big companies that encourage them to hire employees that now are employers. Maybe the platforms will be the next step, not the first, because not all the states are implemented the technology at all. I don't know if you can understand.
Okay, thank you. I'm not sure if Sean, you caught that, or do you want to like a line summary?
Yeah, I think I'll need a line summary. I'm so sorry.
Okay, yeah. I saw you having some problems with the table. Yvette, can you repeat like a one-line summary, and if you can like put closer the, I don't know if I couldn't hear you very well. The quality of the sound was not that good.
Okay, what about if I write then on the chat so another participant can be explaining their ideas?
Okay. Okay. Yep, let's go. Regina Hernandez. We are here.
Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, greetings from Mexico. My name is Regina Hernandez. I am a high school student, and this is my proposal to verify the use of funds to reactivate the economy. I'm going to talk about the situation of my country, hoping it's analogous to the others. Our government has been giving financial support to the medium and small companies, but most of the time, the money given is not enough. My proposition is to lend the people who run these companies the amount of money they need with the condition of them showing the invoices that prove they spend the money correctly. In order to avoid contagion, all this paperwork will be done online. How will we know who to lend the money and how they're spending it? By checking the federal taxpayer registry. What happens if these people don't pay the money they owe or they spend it on something else? They are withdrawn from the credit bureau, and what is a card is seized or money is taken away.
Okay, thank you so much, Regina. Thank you. Okay, we'll go with Daniel. Daniel, if everyone can add their first name and last name so we can identify you better for the Airtable, because Sean is looking for everyone on their table and we need the first name and last name. So if you can change that on Zoom,
Hey,
awesome.
sorry, man.
Yeah.
Daniel Espinosa, can you find it? Yeah, that one. Sorry. I'm not very good with Zoom. Okay, so my idea is to implement an electronic wallet for COVID-19 purposes, founded from these organizations wanting to create impact, especially trying to aid informal merchants. So informal merchants can have an e-wallet account by signing up and sharing some personal basic information for identity purposes. And if their application is successful, they will receive money in this electronic wallet. So we also provide a network of validated suppliers where these merchants can buy supplies for their businesses to prepare for the future and also to feed themselves. So we also know where these monies ending up.
Okay, thank you, Daniel. Do you have Daniel, Sean? Yeah, perfect. You have it. Okay, let's go with Alvaro Cuadros. We are hearing you, Alvaro. No. This is not okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Please don't.
Okay.
I will unmute you. Don't press you unmute because I think that's when we are.
Okay.
Go.
Okay. Well, the problem is that we must find a way or a tool to disburse funds for the unbanked and for the informal workers. The same tool or the same tool must be used to trace how the money has been used, and the same tool must be used if the money came from a loan and not only from government support.
Okay. Cool. Thank you, Alvaro. Okay. So Juan Antonio Munoz, we are hearing you, Juan Antonio.
Okay. Hi, you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Hi everyone, I'm Juan Antonio from Mexico. My main idea is to create a system where you can calculate the real quantitative and qualitative impact a fund will have in a business or in a government program. Through the analysis of geographic variables, how many persons will be impacted, the type of fund you're doing, and many other indicators that change the final impact a fund can make. I'm planning to use some BI and data to analyze the impacts and make an automatic system.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Juan Antonio. Guys, when I'm gonna, if you are already on the 45 seconds, I'm gonna do you like that stop sign so you can be ready and finalize ideally in the next 10 to 10 seconds, okay? You were perfect, Juan Antonio, you were in 34, so I'm not telling this for you, but in order that everyone can know, okay? Okay, Juan Antonio, mute your hand. And let's go with Augusto Hernandez. We are hearing you, Augusto.
Hello, I'm Augusto Hernandez from Mexico. I was thinking about making a platform that shows all the available resources for small companies and for companies that are looking for loans to apply in that platform and somehow get a census of which industries and companies require more and more funding and which are not getting a shortage of those fundings.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Augusto. Jenny Aliaga.
Hello, do you hear me?
Yeah, we're hearing you.
Yes, thank you. Okay, so companies should use the loans guaranteed by the state for saving the payment chain, to pay workers, to pay providers, so that economy can continue. So this money shouldn't be distributed among the shareholders or invested in a property so they can speculate, no? So for assure this, there are many actors that shall participate in the tracking or monitoring of the funds. In the first place, the bank, but also the state that shall provide guidelines for the monitoring and as reports to the banks so they can withdraw the warranty of the loan if they are not used correctly. Also, the banks shall have incentives to report these incidents. And importantly, there should be social tracking, like from all citizens, and also with the help of the press. Actually, in my country, press has identified that many big companies were given loans guaranteed by the state, and these companies are from the richest person of my country or even suspected of money laundering and other offenses. So it's very important that all these actors participate in this control.
Thank you, Jenny. Thank you for the pitch. I'm gonna mute right now. Over your hand. Okay, Gracia Neira. We're hearing you, Gracia.
Yes.
Yes, yeah, sorry.
Can you hear? Yes. Okay. My name is Grecia Neira. The problem is how can we verify the use of funds to reactivate the economy? I believe that the only answer is transparency. So the solution is becoming lender companies in public companies. In other words, help them to the transition to go at capital markets. Why? Because public companies have crucial obligation like a presentation of financial statement, annual report, and important facts. Another idea is for big loan in the future, for lender companies, the answer is create public trust. Public trust, yeah.
Okay, thank you, Gracia. I was muted, sorry. Thank you so much for the pitch. I'm gonna mute you. Alejandro Juarez. We're hearing you, Alejandro.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so I think one of the main problems in Latin America is ensuring, that the companies that are getting the fund, they are not being related to corruption, because that is a big problem in our country. So I think that we will need to focus on making the whole process transparent, who gets the funds, and then allowing the people to kind of monitor how are they using the funds. So I don't have a solution in mind yet, but I think we should begin exploring that.
Thank you, Alejandro. That's great. You don't need a solution. You can absolutely start with a problem. This is a problem pitching session, so it's perfectly fine if you only pitch the problem. You don't have any idea on the solution, but you can work on that during the weekend. So thank you for your pitch. So we're going to the next one. Meli Samaniego.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So I came up with this idea talking with my family who occupy very important positions in the government of my country. So this is very possible to make, and we can work hand by hand, like close to them, to the government, It's a system oriented to lower middle class, driven by the government, that helps to revive the economy by making people of the lower middle class have their own homes. And surely you wonder why building houses can help activate the economy, and it's easy to explain. Just look at the Keynesian revolution of 1930s. They dedicated themselves to carrying out public works to rebuild the economy, offer employment, and initiate the multiplier effect of the economy. The government will take care of the rents of the middle and lower class people, and they will use this money to invest in the construction of homes, paying with super low interest rates, and in the long term.
Okay, thank you, Melly. I think we lost you for a couple of seconds, but I think Sean got her idea on the table. So thank you so much for your pitch. Again, please, guys, don't unmute yourselves. I'm gonna do it because if not, we are caught in this like time where I'm muting you and you are muting yourself. So please don't mute yourselves or do anything about that. I will unmute you and mute you again. Okay, thank you, Meli. Jesus Morales.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jesus, and I think that the problem to verify if a credit or money was spent correctly is the tracking of the physical money. But when the money came into its physical way, it is very difficult to track. So I am proposing to find a dynamic or even a system that forces the funds to be handled digitally without the need to give the money in a physical way. It can be a system managed by the government perspective or from the small companies or even an independent entity that make up a bridge between the government and the small companies in the same way. You buy something from Amazon and Amazon delivers the money once the buy arrives to the customer. It is like the government deposits the money and to the application, and the application it is what that handles how the money it is spent. Thanks.
Thank you, Jesus. You're right on time. Okay. So again, you can see we have Kelly, please, you're muting yourself. I don't know why. So I'm gonna mute you again, but please be careful because I have muted you a couple of times already. Okay, so you can see that we have this table. I'm sure that you are seeing what Sean is writing. So we have this 21 teams already. And as you can see, the first column is name, and it says track J021, for example, in the last page. So the idea is that you can go to Slack after this session. You can go to Slack and look for that team on the channels that you have on Slack. Join there and start a conversation about that pitch. So that's the idea. That's what I was explaining at the beginning. Maybe it was not super clear without seeing the table, but that's the idea. Okay. So let's continue. We'll go with Saulo Linares right now. Saulo, please don't press mute or unmute. It seems to we're having a problem with that. Okay, I'm hearing you.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, I don't know why it was not working before. Okay.
Okay, so the best way to overcome this problem of this misuse of credit funds is actually based on finding a connection between the use of data and technologies such as algorithms of artificial intelligence. So basically the idea is to build a digital card or a digital wallet that use algorithms that allows transactions to be carried out only if it fits or if it match the initial purpose of the credit. So for example, if the credit was initially requested to buy machinery, the algorithm will allow the transaction only if this is done with a supplier that is registered with the Chamber of Commerce, or if that supplier was previously mentioned before in the request for credit. So I think that the connection between the data and technologies, such as algorithms, will improve this or prevent this misuse of credit funds.
Thank you so much, Saulo. Thank you for that pitch. Oh, no. Sorry, it seems to be that I just lowered the hand of someone that haven't pitched yet. It was, sorry, the name started with an A and the last name was with an O. If someone has that fits that description, I'm sorry, it seemed I pressed the wrong click.
Hello, can you hear me?
Okay, Alejandro.
Yeah, I think that the missing name is mine. It's Francisco. My name in Slack is not Alejandro Aceres on Zoom.
Okay, go. You can go.
Oh, no, I think it was just because he was missing a name because it didn't appear on Slack.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, so Heli Vega, you are next. Heli, we're hearing you.
Hi.
We're hearing you, yeah.
Yeah, okay. If the idea is how to track if financial support provided is used for the intended purposes, and if these purposes are to help companies pay workers and suppliers during this state of emergency, my idea was to implement prepaid cards, and these cards will be used to make payments to their workers and suppliers, and these will be registered on the platform where the services can access and review by authorities. Thank you.
Thank you, Heli. Sorry, I was muted. Ana Maria Reyes.
Hello?
Yeah, we're hearing you right now.
Hi. Hello.
Hello, you can go.
Hello, I am Ana Maria from Peru. Okay, the prompt is about how to verify funds. Well, the problem exactly is that in the most of the case, the funds are for small business that are difficult to verify that they use the funds for the correct, for example, to step employment about the business, because they are not formalized, they are informal in the most of cases. So for that, I believe that it's important to create a platform or a system that, for example, exchange agreements between the government and this kind of business. In the case they give funds, so the business can retrieve that funds with accept an agreement after the pandemic they can formalize, and also the government can give another help, like the reduction of taxation, for example. No, and also this platform can use databases for another ministers of, like the Minister of Labor, to guarantee the use of that funds.
Okay, thank you, Ana Maria. Remember that, thank you so much for your pitch. Remember that when I'm doing like this, like a thumbs up, is because you are really on time, so you should finish in the next 5 to 10 seconds, okay? Thank you, Ana Maria. We'll go with Luis Elias.
Hi everyone. I think that the problem is that most of the persons that own an SMEs is that they don't know how to spend the loan money so they can improve their businesses. So basically, the idea is provide a platform to give ideas on how to spend the money of the loan, B2B service that connect bank with SMEs and connect these SMEs with the necessity that they have, like a development of a web page, helping them being part of a marketplace, connected with marketing agencies and things like that. We provide information to the banks like how the solution can improve their business in numbers so they can get access to a better terms in the loan. Thank you.
Thank you, Luis. Thank you so much. Okay, we're going now with Milton Arica. Sorry, sometimes my mouse is not, okay, now it's working. Okay, Milton.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, remember not to press mute or unmute yourself because I'm doing the same thing, so we get caught in this. I'm muting you and you're unmuting yourself, so don't let me do it, please. Okay, go.
Okay, and the problem is how to know that a company has used its resource well. This can only be obtained by comparing the different options of price, quantities, discounts, and characteristics of different products and services that the company contracts. I propose to create an intermediate system to follow up this problem. Thanks.
Thank you, Milton. Thank you so much. Okay. Joaquin, remember to put your first and last name on Zoom so we can track you on. For example, right now we have 3 Joaquins.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. What is your last name?
Santibáñez. So we took a look at Chile's situation where the FOGAPE credits have been really controversial. So in order to trace governmental funds given to small and medium enterprises, it is imperative to possess the ability to and resource capacity to control these funds and an adequate incentive to do so. So amidst the topic 3 main participants, which are the government, financial institutions, and small and medium enterprises, the first lacks the ability to control the funds, and the second one lacks a proper incentive to trace those funds. So in order to make a streamlined process and transparent process, we believe that it is necessary an intermediary like platform or entity, which at the same time can guarantee a really united and really solid network between these small and medium enterprises.
Thank you, Joaquin. Thanks so much. Okay. Germán Mogollón. Okay, we're listening to you right now, Germán.
Hi, everyone. The problem is the truth between the bank and the entrepreneur in investing the resource correctly. Is create a plan for a physical access points for the payments to support the following. 1, ensure through digital physical means the evidence that the funds have been invested correctly. Second, support in the verification of the suppliers where the investment will be made, but for the payments and real that exists. And third, periodic check for the payments through the access points to the plan for evidence of the implementation of the resource. Thanks.
Thank you, Germán. Okay, Enrique Abundis. Yeah, I hear you.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
My idea is focused in the formal commerce. I propose a new vision about the government role reactivating the economy. We usually see the government as protector figure when he gives some financial aid, most of the cases money without ask for results. So if we suggest government as an investor, we can guarantee best results. For example, the government can offer financial aid, and depending on the results, the government can reward with low credit rates. And I also suggest to make public the information about the micro enterprises and dispose to the people verify their results. Also, it's important that the government provide some tools and help for manage of the business. And another point I want to treat is create a platform where the government can access to the most important financial information of the enterprises that are helped.
Okay, thank you, Enrique. Thank you for the pitch. Okay, guys, we only have 4 more minutes. We have 4 people in line for the pitches, so we are right on time. But I suggest that if you want to pitch, you're thinking about it, you should raise your hand right now. Okay. Okay, Maria Sanchez Cerrillo. Okay, we're hearing you.
Okay, nice. Hi, everybody. Well, the issue present in this track is about validating the funds that are backed up by the government and are focused on reactivating the economy. And these funds are especially get by small businesses. But in this way, to validate if this is really using to the main point on the main objective, I believe that there are 2 main aspects to focus on: the financial institution evaluation and the data collected by these small companies to be sure that they are using it correctly. And there's the final thing is how to get their trust, to get the real information and the real acts that they are doing, and validating that. It's about both things.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Sorry, that was Maria, right? Sean, do you have the name? Was Maria Sanchez, right?
Sí. Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay. Karen Cuba.
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm actually just volunteering to pitch for Yvette because you guys couldn't understand her. So her idea is to work with governments to create credits or lower taxes to reduce unemployment and create a platform for companies to request that. So it's for Yvette. Do you guys remember Yvette Pass, who tried to pitch and you guys couldn't understand her?
Sorry, I didn't get what you said at the end.
No, I said, do you guys remember Yvette that you tried to pitch and you guys didn't understand? Yeah, I think Sean got it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so her idea is lower taxes and create a platform, lower taxes and credit, and create a platform for companies to request that to hire employees.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Karen.
Thank you.
Okay, our last one, and we are right on time. Okay, so Ana Ortiz Monasterio. I don't know why sometimes when I press unmute, it keeps getting, it doesn't work.
Okay, you can hear me, right?
Yeah. Go.
Okay, well, I think what can work is that the funds have to be filtered by industry and size, because it's not the same. You can't help everyone, so you have to specific who you're going to help.
Okay. Great.
I'm sorry, I joined later. My name is Analibe Hernandez.
Great.
I don't know if you can see me.
If you want to pitch,
thank you.
You need to raise your hand and you can pitch. So we are having, okay, Anna, hand. We are having the last 2 people that are pitching. So if you want to pitch, please raise your hand. To do that, you need to click on participants.
I don't know how hand my hands.
Okay, you need to click on participants, and you will find that raise your hand function. And if not, I can unmute you at the end. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
You
Thank
got it.
you. I can.
Okay, Grecia Neira, I think you already pitched, right? But okay, you were up next.
Yes, yes. My idea is in J18, but I would like to clarify only one point. 18, yes. Is public trust. Is in the transparent help public companies. Instead, help public companies is becoming lender companies. Becoming lender companies to public companies. Becoming lender companies to public companies. Yeah.
Okay.
In other words, capital markets, please, because many people don't understand public companies like capital markets.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we will share all this information on the track channel. So, and if you want to clarify your problem pitches, you can do it when people join the channel. Okay.
Thank you.
So Lucero Flores, and you should be the one of the last ones. Lucero, you can go now. No, you're muted. Please don't unmute yourself, so because we have this kind of problems. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Go.
Okay. I think the problem is there is no enough information about this 70% informal sector. I mean, where they are, how they sell, which channels they have, which kind of commercial dynamics they are having, how many employees they have, how they have been financing until now. How can the government and banks support someone they don't know yet? For example, in Peru, when they try to help small companies, there wasn't reliable data about their sales because most companies don't use invoices. So there's a knowledge gap between the informal companies and the public sector. Thanks.
Great. Thank you, Lucero. Okay, so we have the Analive, who is the last one. I think Antonio Urquiza.
Yes,
is next.
I can find the.
Don't worry. Analive, you can go right now.
Yes. Well, actually, I wanted to participate in the other group in the I track. So my idea was more related to the informal commerce, but I think it's related. So I believe that since so many people are not, they don't have a job now, so informal commerce is getting bigger, and I don't think we have the structure nor the capacity to support so many people doing informal selling. So one of the things I think is important is that the government has, or the government should have a strategy for this kind of area of the commerce, because right now, before everybody was like doing what they could, but right now is too many people. I am involved in one of those artesanal, I don't know how to say that word, that there's so many, and handcraft, thank you. So it's important that we kind of structure those people and help them out so they can manufacture things in the right way, because it can be dangerous too, because people are doing things just with seeing how to do it in YouTube. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Alive. And we have the last one, that is Antonia Urqueta, and that's the last pitch, and we are done.
Hi, my name is Antonio Urqueta. I am from Chile, and SMA are currently looking for the new type of finally because the established conditions are very uncomfortable for them. So my idea is to give the banks or government confidence to give the finalists in the SMA for them to create an app in which they can generate investment traceability return on loyals.
Thank you, Antonia.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. We are done. Thank you, Sean, for putting all the information in the table. So I want to quickly go through something. Sean, if you can stop sharing. Okay, great. So I'm going to share my screen. Something very important. I'm going to share, you're seeing my presentation right now, right? My screen right now. So I'm on Slack. Something very important is that all the, sorry, I'm going to move this. That is kind of annoying. Okay. So it's very important for you to download the Slack desktop app, the software to your computer and install it. So because the user experience is much more comfortable. So please download the Slack and your computer. On track J, you will see all the information. And here you can see all the number of members that we have on this channel. And also this, here you can see the pin items. That is the information that you need to know. This is the information that you should read for sure. I shared here in the morning, like some, the first announcement, like the welcome. Julia shared, that is also part of our team, shared the participant guides. So this is the information for you to understand how to use Slack, how to use Zoom, what are some guidelines that you should follow. So all the most important information, the information that you need to know is pinned right here. So it's very important for you to read this kind of information. You can access it right here. And something that I want to go through very, very fast is that on Slack, some basics is that you shouldn't be writing here and answering right here because it's not a chat. If you do that, it's like impossible to read. People start doing that here. 9:30 is not a 9:50. So that's what you don't need to do. So if you want to start a conversation, for example, at what time is the meeting, what you need to do is to put your mouse over the message, and here you can find this icon where it says start a thread. And here you can reply and say, it's a test to say the time of the meeting, for example, and you will have that reply here, and you will see that this conversation already have one reply. So you don't need to post again, and if you need to know the time of the meeting, don't post that question again below. Look for the information right here, and you can click here and say, okay, people is already talking about this. If I want to talk about this conversation, I will reply right here. So this is very important for you to know. Some basics for Slack. I know that everybody's new on this. For me, it was also very hard to start using Slack, but this is very important so we can see all the information that is relevant for you guys. Okay, so thank you so much for problem pitching. The next step is that we're gonna share the table that Sean was writing, so you will be able to see all the prompts. And again, sorry, I wanted to show you one more thing. Sorry. This is the last thing. I think it's gonna facilitate what you need to do after. So we're gonna share the information here. I'm gonna post here on Slack the table. I'm gonna pin it, so you will also be able to find it right here. And the next thing that you need to do, if you're interested on the team number 5 of your track, all the teams are here. So you should go to team J number 5 because you are interested on that prompt, and start a conversation and say, hey, I'm interested in your pitch. Okay, and you will start that you will need to start doing that right now, because this is the process that you will be finding in order to start with the teams. Remember that you need to submit the team formations by tomorrow at 10 a.m. So what you should do between now and 10 a.m. tomorrow is to start having conversations with the people that you're interested in on the channels that they have their pitches, the channels that Sean was sharing before. Okay, any questions, quick questions? Nobody?
Excuse me, can I ask a question?
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you. For those that didn't do the pitch, we don't appear in any of the groups, I guess, right?
No, because we're going to share this table that with all the people that pitched today.
Yes, but I mean, those that didn't pitch, like they won't appear on the links, right?
Yeah, you will see the links. Yeah, for sure. You can, we will share the table for everybody. So if you didn't pitch, you need to go to this table, see the pitch, or if you couldn't join to this meeting, you should read the summaries of the pitches and say, hey, I'm interested in this particular problem. And then to go to the first column, and you will see, okay, this team is team J005, and you will need to go to that channel on Slack to start having that conversation.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Felipe.
Okay, guys.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Where is the table? How do I know where is my track?
Sure, yet. I'm going to share it in a few minutes.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm going to share it and I'm going to pin it so you can access it very easily as I show you on Slack. Any final questions?
Yeah, one more question. So it means that each pitch is potentially a group.
Exactly, you're right. Yeah, it's potentially a group, but maybe you get, if you pitch to someone, but you like more another idea, you can start having that conversation. And if you decide to join to that conversation, then you can say in your channel, hey, I'm not doing this anymore. But if someone is interested, they can keep working as a team. You don't need to, you are not tied to a team right now.
And the same if nobody wants to join that pitch, then it will dissolve and the person will have to take another.
Yeah, exactly. You will need at least 2 persons in one team to keep working over the weekend.
And
That's a question.
How do we join tomorrow? That's another question that I had. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the other question, I mentioned this at the beginning. I'm also sharing a link that is a link to submit the teams. So you have a link where you will submit your names and the team and the Slack channel that you're going to be working.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, last question because I need to go to another meeting right now at 10:30.
Hi, can I do a question?
Go.
If there are more than 7 people that want to participate in a team, who decide who stays and who leaves?
That's a great question. I don't really have an answer for that, but what we can do is that if you have like 8 people, you can split into teams and work into teams. And you can work 4 and 4. Nobody's gonna work on something that they don't want to work. So the idea is that if you have 7, just manage to split those teams and be working in 2 teams of 4.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Okay, guys, last question. Last one. Okay, so to summary, we already have, I'm gonna share the table so you can see the pictures that you're interested in. Start the conversations with the problems that you're interested on Slack, on the channels of those specific teams. And then you need to get together in order to have a team form by tomorrow at 10 a.m. You need to submit the form by tomorrow at 10 a.m. Okay? Bye-bye. Thank you for being brave and pitching a language that you don't manage that well. I've been in that situation.
Bye, thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.